Let's talk about Cineplex. That company has revealed a revenue drop of 95% in the second quarter as theaters shut down due to the global pandemic. Now that is $98.9 million in losses. Theaters gradually reopening. A lot of restrictions though, and the question is, will most customers return to see movies in that way? Rubina?
I do not think so. I think that now with streaming services that are in our home, and you could go and you can buy a massive television, you can get great speakers, that most people are now trying to set up some sort of home theater and get those movies in the comfort of their own living room. Movies for the longest time have been infamously expensive. If I take my two kids and my husband and I go to a movie, it's $100 after we buy the tickets and the popcorn and the pop. And so for a lot of families, that's just unaffordable. I'd rather just buy a movie for $29, the latest film, and watch it on my own television. And then you have the added, we talk about dirty cash. Cinemas are not exactly the cleanest places. So keeping cinemas clean and feeling healthy when you're in that cinema. I'm not going to be going into a theater or a cinema anytime soon to watch a movie. I'd much rather watch it from the comfort of my home. It's safer, it's cheaper, and I don't want to pay those big ticket prices so those A-list celebrities can get, $100 million a film. I think that a lot of people are just fed up with that kind of expense, so that celebrities in Hollywood can get those big paychecks.
Wow, a stunning indictment of the movie industry from Rubina. An entire industry brought down there, but still, Michael, obviously theaters employ a lot of people. The experience of seeing something live is as old as humanity, really, in terms of the shared experience. Are you with Rubina, though?
Not quite. I mean, I when you said the revenue was down 95%, I'm trying to figure out how they even made 5%. Look, this whole thing with movie theaters, we're not going to go back to a movie theater until there's a vaccine, until there's a health rollout. We're not going to go into confined spaces. And if they're kind of, let 50% of the people back in the movie theater, I wouldn't even do that without a vaccine. And honestly, sometime rollout, if you listen to Bill Gates and some of the smartest people in the world, it's like the back end of 2021. So just forget about seeing movies for a while. I do think movies are coming back. I do think people like the big screen. And I do think people want to get out of their house and go to places and do things. Movies will come back in 2022, 2023. And we enjoy the experience. But before that, many things are going to get released on Netflix and Crave and everything else we watch. The trend is going to push us towards that way. But I don't think it's going away completely. And by the way, movie theaters make all their money off salty popcorn and pop and high margin chocolate bars, etc. They don't really make much off the movies, just to get you in there to buy the food. So if you go to watch a movie, you don't buy the food. To Rubina's point on the $100 for the outing, they don't make much money. I don't think it's dead. I just think it's going to be a long time. And I think I hear people optimistically saying they're all going to get together this fall or in March. I don't think so. I think it's going to take a while for something to roll out. And all these types of businesses, including restaurants, to get packed again, in my view, is at the end of 2021.
It's a long way away. Rubina, if keeping in mind your stunning indictment of the industry, but Rubina, if you were advising on how they can attract people back to the theaters, what do they need to do?
Make it a really special experience. When I was a kid, we'd go to the movies every Tuesday because it was cheap Tuesdays. The tickets, I think, were $2 or something. So it wasn't really that special because we went every single week. Now, if you're going to get me to come into a movie theater with my children, make it super special. Make the theaters extra clean. I think we're going to go back to sort of the IMAX kind of films where we really make it an event and watch a big action movie on the big screen. I can't see, rom-coms and these other types of movies really attracting the same kinds of people into the theater, because that movie you can experience pretty much the same in your own home. But yes, if a big action movie comes out and they make it really special for me to be there, I definitely think I would take my kids once there's a vaccine and once I feel that the movie theaters are keeping up with the health and safety of everybody that's sitting in those seats.
Your advice to the industry?
Look, people want to get out of the house. I think that we naturally want to go out and go somewhere. For example, I love going to that little VIP theater over at Bay and Bloor that Cineplex have. It's a great experience. Like sometimes my wife and I just want to get up and go see a movie, sit on these big comfortable chairs and get out and have a glass of wine or a coffee. I think it's a great experience. I just don't think we can do it right now. And that's what we're really saying. Movie theaters aren't dead because there's so many things we all want to do. And I think if we just talk to everybody that we know, people are dying to get out and do something. We just can't for a while because there's a global pandemic. That'll change, that'll pass.
Yeah.
But right now, this is the way it is. And I don't think it's about money. I don't think it's about anything. It's about getting out and having a bit of fun. And I think everybody wants to do that. And they're going to be pretty cooped up if we do this for another year, which we're probably going to do.